All right. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Very good morning to everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. We'll give it another 1-2 minutes and then we start the LI talk for today. Yeah. I noticed some of the students from KK, they just joined the group, WhatsApp group. Those that are not in WhatsApp group, please do so ASAP because I'll be sharing some vital information via WhatsApp group to ensure that everybody's in line. Huh? I think we are good to go. Juaniza, may I start the presentation? Are you okay from your end in Lab 1?
Yes, Doctor. Please carry on. Thank you.
Oh, okay. I think my voice, hold on, I need to adjust my laptop, I think. Oh, sorry, Puan. My, what do you call, speaker was silent. Hold on, All right. There you go. Okay, again, assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Very good morning to everybody. I hope all of you are doing fine during this fine weekend. Right. So today's talk will be about industrial training for SEM 2 2024-2025, which will happen next semester. For most of the students who are currently attending this talk. Okay. So basically, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Khalifa. I'm the FKI coordinator for Kota Kinabalu. Also, we have Puan Iza Zora. She's the FKI coordinator for Lab 1. So basically, this presentation is fully will expose you to what is industrial training, all the information that you need to know before you undergo your industrial training, which will happen next semester. Okay, today's breakdown of the presentation. First of all, I'll give you a brief introduction on what is LI, what are the objectives of LI, status, credit hours, and duration of the LI, students' requirements in order for you to enroll for LI, activities and duration of the LI, the type of companies or the criteria that should be present in a company that you will undergo your LI, what are your responsibilities as a student of LI, list of documents for internship hunting, and I'll be sharing the contact details of coordinator, right? And we will tell you who are you, actually your Latihan industry supervisor. Am I clear? Is it loud and clear? All right.
Yes, Doctor.
Thank you, Juan. Okay, introduction. This industrial training is executed at the second semester. Okay, by default, Latihan industry will execute it at the second semester of each year for the final year students. Okay, there are some cases whereby student extend, so the The LI will happen during the first semester, but this is not our case today. So I'm just going to focus on today's talk, which the LI will happen on the second semester of each year. For each final year student which registers as full-time student at the Faculty of Computing and Informatics, industrial training program that enables students to achieve a bachelor degree with honor. Maksudnya, if you do not go for your LI, despite you have completed all the courses related to your degree, you will not be granted a degree with honor. In fact, you will not even granted with a degree, okay? This industrial training fulfills UMS' desire to provide a prepared and capable graduate to experience a real working environment, whether in academic or non-academic field, with the spirit and high professional appearance. Maksudnya, the first is to prepare students before you can go for real working life. It prepares you to be more professional, whether it is in academic or non-academic appearance. Second, it provides course programs with theoretical and practical in line with the current situation, which stresses efficiency and deluxe management. Maksudnya, we don't only stress on theoretical. I think throughout your 3.5 years of your study, in most cases, you are actually observing the theoretical part of your degree. However, the moment you go for your industrial training, you put all this knowledge into test. Mostly you do practical. This is why we need to have LI. Okay, what are the objectives? Okay, the objective of industrial training is in line with UMS, with a few UMS objectives. The first one, to achieve an academic scholar excellence equivalent as international in variety program fields. Second, to explore, preserve, and benefit the knowledge effectively to the development of society and nation in line with the university's nation's aspiration. Have an educational program, research and quality and relevant practical work to the society and country. And lastly, carry out close cooperative relationship between UMS with industrial sector, government, professional bodies, as well as society. I think the objectives are clear, so we move to the next slide. Okay, this is very important. I want you to pay full attention to this. All right. Basically, industrial training compelled to all students with registers as full-time, as I mentioned earlier. And guess what? It is 12 credit hours. These 12 credit hours have a tremendous, okay? It will have a tremendous effect on your performance on the CGPA. Means you will have 12 credit hours. Imagine you get a low credit on this, a low marks on this, it will affect your CGPA tremendously. Next, the duration of LI. The duration of LI is 24 weeks. Do you have any question about this? I want to make sure that everybody understand. Any question? No question? I move forward. Huh? Okay, another very important. You might encounter some difficulties, or you might even not be able to go for your industrial training. So students meet all of the below conditions, right? Pertama, no subject was graded E or F. Okay, make sure you do not have any subject that is graded as an E or F, except after repeating the subject and getting grades D or above. If you have a grade of E or F, you are not allowed to go for your industrial training. despite you have finished 3.5 years. Okay, you have already taken a total of 109 or more credit hours. Maksudnya minimum of your credit hours, it has to be 109. If you have below than that, you are also not allowed to go for your industrial training. You also need to fulfill the requirement of PPIB courses, including English language. Okay, for this part, later on, I will enlighten you about the type of forms that you need to fill out. One of the form emphasizes on this. You need to make sure that you have taken all of the PPIB, required PPIB subject, including English, right? As for your CGPA, it has to be 2.0 and above. Do you have any question from this slide? I assume all of you understand, huh? So do not get confused, please. Make sure you don't have any ERF. And then after repeating the subject, you have minimum grade D. You have taken at least minimum 109 credit hours. You have fulfilled the PPIB. Biasanya lah, Puan, I think this is the case in Labuan as well. I'm not sure in Labuan, but KK, biasanya dorang sangkut di sini ya. PPIB courses. Sometimes you miss some of the PPIB courses, you end up extending your semester. So make sure you have fulfilled this particular part as well. And your CGPA have to be 2.0 and above. Okay, these are important dates that you need to, later I will share these slides with you. So first, industrial training briefing, which is happening today on the 9th of this month, 2024. Briefing 2.0 will happen 1 week before starting LI, which is expected to happen on the 15th of March, 2025. Okay, this briefing will be will be 1 week before you start LI. Maksudnya, we will enlighten you on what you need to do before you actually start your LI. And then we have another briefing, which is 3.0. It will happen on the 23rd of July, 2024. 1 week before LI visit. For your information, each LI punya semester, some of the academic supervisor will actually pay you a physical visit to the company that you are doing your LI in. But again, we are not going to visit all of the students. There will be selected companies only. And before that happen, we will brief you on what you need to do. Okay, do you have any question on this? All right, so before you start your LI, which is supposed to happen currently, right, you need to send confirmation letter and resume to the company. Maksudnya, student at week 8, which will happen approximately 25th of this month, 2024, you need to start hunting for companies. All right, so I given duration of about approximately 2 months to identify the company that you intend to do your internship in. So by January 10th, you are expected to get offer letter from the company up to February the 7th. So between this time, all students need to have their offer letter from the company where they going to do their LI in. Do you have any question about this slide? Is it clear? I assume it's clear. Sorry, this is actually 2025, and 2024. Okay, let's move on to training and monitoring during the industrial training. So basically, you will start your LI on the 24th of March, 2025, and you finish on the 5th bulan 9, 2025. So if you calculate that one, is a duration of 24 weeks, right? So between that time, on week 20, industrial training academic visit will happen. which will take place on the 4th bulan 8 2025 until the 11th bulan 8 2025. I think the Puan, I think this one is bulan 9, right? Puan Iza?
Yeah.
Macam salah no. Nanti saya these dates I will fix the dates later
Sekejap
on.
saya check sama. Okay, Doktor proceed je. Nanti
Alright.
saya simak balik.
May I proceed? Okay. Okay, document and assessment after industry training. So once you completed your industrial training, there are a couple of things that you need to do and to ensure that you submit. First, students submit technical report to the faculty. It's supposed to take place on the 5th bulan 9 2025, which is supposed to be on week 24. It's supposed to end 1 week after the LI ends, which on the 12th bulan 9 2025 means once you have completed your LI week 24, you are required to submit your technical report to the faculty. Okay, so please make sure that you actually start writing your technical report the moment you start your LI. I will share the sample with you, and also technical report. Make sure the moment you join the company, maybe a week or two, you get yourself familiar, then you start to write your logbook and start to engage with the technical report. Jangan buat last minute, ha? Minggu 24, you started to write. Sure, you will encounter issues. And make sure to submit on time. The reason why, because once you submit, we are going to give your supervisor only a week to evaluate your report. So if you hantar lambat, it will not be enough for your supervisor to evaluate your report, and you end up getting 0. You get 0, you need to repeat your LI. So dalam minggu 22. Okay, I want you to, before I continue, I want you to distinguish between the two terms. Sebenarnya when you do your LI, you have two supervisors. Okay, dua. Satu supervisor is your academic supervisor, which is your lecturer. Satu lagi supervisor is your industrial supervisor. So please do not confuse between the two. Industrial supervisor are those supervisors attached with the company. Okay, your supervisor in the company. Academic supervisor is your lecturer here. So industry supervisor evaluation to be submitted by the industry supervisor. Week 20, sorry ya. Silent my phone. All right. So minggu 22, you need to inform. Please remind your industry supervisor to submit your evaluation report. So they are given approximately 2 weeks, all right, to submit their final report. So by the 18th bulan 8 2025, the evaluation can be submitted, and the last day of submitting your evaluation form is on the 5th bulan 9 2025. I want you to pay attention to this. In most cases, student yang tidak follow up with their industrial supervisor will cause a delay. So if your industrial supervisor tidak hantar markah sama kami, what will happen is we will not give you marks. By the time kita submit markah, final marks kan, you have 0 on your industrial supervisor evaluation. And this one will affect your marks tremendously. Okay. Okay, number 3, academic supervisor evaluation. This one is to be submitted by lecturers. Okay, like I mentioned earlier, kamu ada 2 supervisor. Number 2 is your industrial. Number 3 is your academic supervisor, which is your lecturer. Again, your lecture is given approximately a week starting from the 8th until the 13th, to submit marks to the coordinator.
Doktor, saya mencelah. Boleh
Ya, boleh.
boleh patah balik ke slide sebelum ni, Doktor, yang tadi tu?
Boleh. Hold on. Boleh.
Okey, saya dah semak industrial training academic visits yang nombor 2 tu. Kalau
Okey.
ikut kalender saya bermula pada 14 Julai 2025, 14 Julai, 1407.
14. Okay, 14 July. Alright.
Okey, dan akhirnya pada 8 Ogos 2025. From week 17 to week 20. Julai
Week 17. Alright.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Pon. Okay, later on I will amend the changes before I share with the slides with all of you. Okay, we move on to the next slide. Okay, internship company criteria. Sekarang ni the question is, what are the criteria that should be present in the company that you can pick to do your LI? Pertama, consider applying to companies focusing on IT services. Maksudnya, since all of you are IT students, tiba-tiba you go and apply in a company that does, for example, agriculture and does not require, for example, IT expertise. Avoid doing that. Okay, apply in a company that focuses on IT, preferably and it does offer role in website, for example, website development, animation, programming, network administration, database management, or data analytics. The reason we are encouraging you to apply in such companies so to apply the knowledge that you acquired throughout your 3.5 years with FKI. Second criteria, preferably big companies. Why we encourage you to apply for big companies? Satu, they are more organized. I'm not saying the small company not organized, but big companies are more organized. They will take care of the employee welfare, and they have a better exposure, okay, on tasks and smoother a process when you work with them. Third, there is a good chance of them taking you as permanent staff after your graduation. Just to share with you this, last semester I did a LI visit to a couple of companies, right, in West Malaysia. The ratio of student being taken as permanent staff was 90%. Can you imagine? Means ada student yang belum lagi habis LI, they already been observed as permanent staff in that particular company. And then big companies ni usually dorang ada allowance. Like in West Malaysia, the allowance was from 500 to 2,000 ringgit. But in most cases, 500 ni jarang. Maybe out of the companies that I visited, out of 20 companies, only like 2 or 3 companies was offering 500. The rest of the companies was 1,000, 1,000 and above. Do you have any question? Move forward. Okay. Pay attention to this slide. What are the students' responsibilities? It is your job, okay, bukan faculty punya job or your academic supervisor or your coordinator. You yourself need to find appropriate location for your internship. Okay? Maksudnya the company, you need to do hunting, bukan us do the hunting for you. Means after this talk, you need to Google, maybe use Google ka, ataupun we also can provide a list of companies that are in our database where our previous students have undergone their LI. I can share with you a list. Puan, is it okay to share with them the list of the companies yang pernah kita collaborate with?
Boleh je.
Boleh ya? All right. So what I'm going to do after this, I will give you a list of the companies that I have, okay, where most of our students usually do their LI. You can approach them. Again, hunting for a company is your responsibility, is not your academic supervisor or LI coordinator. Means you need to find your own company with the given criteria provided earlier. Okay, you need to find appropriate location for your internship, preferably in big cities where many companies actively seek interns in the IT field. Ensure that the training is relevant to your field of expertise. You can actually utilize search engine like Google or visit internship advertising websites for more opportunities. Okay, so students need to make a list using BLI form, BLI 01 form, and get back to your FYP supervisor. By the way, your academic supervisor automatically will be your LI supervisor. Okay, again, I repeat, your FYP supervisor, the current FYP supervisor, is automatically your academic supervisor for LI. So after selecting companies, all right, you need to fill up a form, BLI form. Ini nanti saya kasih explain what is BLI form. I will show you a sample of BLI form, at least to get an idea, all right? So once you identify few companies, jangan saya pilih satu company lepas tu you hantar. Don't do that. You need to make sure that you select few companies, approach them, and then from there, you select whichever that suits your appetite. Okay. So once you fill up BLI 01, jangan pandai-pandai go and confirm with the company that you want to do your LI there. You need to select dulu, get the approval of your academic supervisor. Because the academic supervisor have been briefed on the type of companies that they can approve and type of companies they can't approve. Maksudnya kita ada standard. Some companies we don't allow our student to do their LI in. Okay, once you get the approval, contact the company offering internship and ask if there is a vacancy in their place and what is required. So once your academic supervisor give you green light on certain companies, you go and approach them and see whether they have kekosongan for internship. So when you approach them, please use proper ethical communication. You need to adhere to the requirement given by the company. For example, interview, show some work that you have done, and secure place there. Ensure that you, when you go, you need to fulfill the requirement of the company, of course, and you try to. I'm not asking you to brag, but try to show them what you are capable of. Right? For example, you have done your FYP project, which is related to their business nature. Show them, for example, data science. Company that does data analytics, perhaps you can show them your FYP. And you also can emphasize on the type of subject that you have taken related to data analytics. This is just an example, right? Besides that, you need to ask about your role and responsibility there to ensure you are doing IT work. Fine, perhaps the company is doing IT, but you need to ask, if let's say I be an intern at your company, what are my responsibilities? What are the tasks that will be given to me? You make sure to ask about this. Huh? It is not rude. It is your right to ask, but ask politely. So then once you secure a position by formally requesting the company to issue an offer letter and ensure the completion of necessary BLI 02, BLI 03 forms. So once the company agreed to give you a position request, usually they will give you an offer letter. And then you need to complete BLI 02, BLI 03. Again, I will show you what are, I will enlighten you on what is BLI 02 and 03 forms. Okay, we move to the next slide. list of documents for internship hunting. Again, this is all about form. I think after this slide, let me see. I think after this slide, there will be, after this slide, there will be sample of BLI 01, BLI 02, 03, etc. Okay. So a list of documents for internship hunting. The first form that you will have to deal with is BLI 1, which is Industrial Training Placement Choice. Students need to find an industrial training place and fill in the information in the form. Lepas tu, you need to go for BLI 2, which is Student Information Form, where students need to fill in personal information as well as industrial training place and certified by the academic supervisor, like I mentioned earlier. 3 will be the BLI 3, which is Industrial Training Commencement Form, that must be filled by the industry supervisor to confirm the industrial training place for the student. Means you need to get confirmation from the company. And FKI, okay, the confirmation letter to prove that you are FKI student will be provided by FKI after you have contacted the internship placement. Means, one, can they already request for confirmation letter as a student? I mean, confirmation letter.
Okay, saya interfere, Doktor. Okay,
Yeah.
the process is that first, diorang kena isi BLI 01 tu, and then diorang kena liaise dengan diorang punya supervisor untuk check, double check whether the company is allowed atau tidak. And then kita akan keluarkan satu spreadsheet with the student kena fill in diorang punya details selepas ni. Lepas tu kita akan submit iaitu kepada office. So office akan hantar balik form-form tu kepada coordinator untuk coordinator blast kepada student. Itu yang saya tanya dengan pejabat. For the
Okay,
letter lah.
All right, fantastic. This one, I think if they have any question, they can always refer to their supervisors, right?
Ya, betul-betul.
All right, okay. So we move on to sample of BLI forms, huh? Okay. Okay, biasanya this is how BLI 01 looks like, huh? Kalau saya zoom in, you can see it. All right, good. Okay, you see BLI 1 Industrial Training Placement Choices. Okay. This form is to be completed by each prospective intern in the Faculty of Computing and Informatics. Completed form should be submitted to the Industrial Training Coordinator for application approval with a copy of Academic Progress Report. This one is supposed to be sent to coordinator ataupun supervisor? Puan Iza,
Ya, Doktor.
this BLI 01, right? Industrial Training Placement, isn't it supposed to be sent to the supervisor?
Yang ini kita bagi kepada pelajar. Kita share kepada pelajar. So pelajar akan isi dan dia akan tunjuk kepada academic supervisor pilihan-pilihan company yang diorang nak pergi. Dia ada 20
Okay.
pilihan. So not necessary has to be 20 lah, maximum 20. So academic supervisor akan check dan kalau approve, then baru the students boleh proceed and approach the company.
Oh, understood. All right. Okay, this is okay, part of the BLI 01. academic supervisor approval. Again, you need to get the academic supervisor's approval on the criteria that I mentioned earlier in the presentation, whereby you have to complete at least 109 credit hours. So you need to fill up this particular part, and then it will be checked by your academic supervisor, and they need to approve it. Only then you can proceed to step 2.
Yang ini untuk yang tadi tu kan doktor bagi tahu
Ya.
kepada pelajar, diorang kena tunjuk diorang punya result tu from SMP tu kepada diorang punya academic supervisor, baru academic supervisor boleh bagi kelulusan. Student isi tempat kosong ni, tapi dia kena tunjuk proof kepada academic supervisor dahulu sebelum academic supervisor beri kelulusan. Gitu. Because dulu kan ada kes yang pelajar kita terlepas pandang PPIB ni kan.
Oh yes, yeah, it happens a couple of times actually.
Yeah.
Just give me a minute. Okay, we move on. I think Puan Iza will take it from here on the forms.
Okay, thank you Dr. Khalifa. Pelajar-pelajar take note ya. BLI 01 nanti koordinator akan share dengan kamu. Kalau di Labuan saya sudah share dengan kamu. Borang BLI 01, kamu isi nama-nama company, maksimum ada 20 nama company. Ya. Selepas kamu isi tu, kamu jangan terus approach company. Kamu kena bawa form tersebut dan kamu kena dapatkan being checked ya. Kamu kena dapatkan approval daripada kamu punya FYP supervisor, kamu punya academic supervisor. Okay, so academic supervisor akan check company-company yang kamu list downkan tu. Kalau dia tak setuju, maka kamu boleh tukar dengan company lain lah. Ya, kalau setuju tak ada isu. Okey, selain daripada tu, dalam BLI 01 juga ada satu section ni di mana dia kata section C ni adalah yang memberitahu sejauh mana pencapaian kamu. Okay, sepanjang kamu berada di kampus selama 4 tahun tu. Jadi kamu kena isikan semua yang tempat kosong ni. Okay, bila kamu isi ni dan juga jangan abaikan yang PPIB tu. Kamu pull out kamu punya result semua tu daripada SMP dan tunjukkan juga kepada academic supervisor. Okay, so academic supervisor akan cross check untuk memastikan bahawa total credit hours kamu tu layak untuk kamu pergi buat LI. Baik, selepas kamu dah isi ni, kamu dah dapat green light daripada academic supervisor, kamu boleh blast kepada company-company yang terlibat. Subsequently, ya, kami, Dr. Khalifa dan saya, nanti kami akan sediakan satu spreadsheet yang mana kami memerlukan kamu punya personal details. Okay, so yang tu kamu kena vigilant lah ya, sebab kalau lambat itu akan melambatkan proses lagi lah. So kamu isi spreadsheet tu nanti, bila kamu dah isi, kami akan bagi spreadsheet tersebut kepada pejabat. Okey, bukan kami yang keluarkan surat tau, pejabat yang akan keluarkan surat. So surat tersebut akan disediakan oleh pihak pejabat dan diorang akan share dengan kami koordinator. So bila kami dah dapat, then we will inform you, so you all boleh dapatkan daripada we all, daripada saya ataupun Dr. Khalifa. Okay? Okay, Doktor BLI 02. Bila kamu dah isi, dah pergi job hunting apa-apa semua ni, kamu boleh ada company yang contact kamu dan nak offer kamu kerja, ya, make sure kamu isikan BLI 02 ni. Okay, kamu isi sini dekat BLI 02 adalah kamu punya personal details, kamu punya emergency contact dan juga information berkenaan dengan company yang kamu nak pergi. Okay, so saya tak sure how KK akan conduct benda ni, tetapi kalau di Labuan, apabila kamu start semester nanti, maknanya semester 2, akan ada sama je ITEL tu dan kamu kena enroll lah. Okay, bila kamu enroll, semua dokumen yang terlibat, selepas kamu isi, saya akan suruh kamu uploadkan dekat ITEL sahaja. Okay, so tak payah nak hantar individually kepada saya. Okay, yang ini BLI 02. BLI 03, Doktor? Please. Okay, BLI 03 adalah bila kamu dah start, kamu dah terima offer, kamu dah sign agreement apa-apa semua dengan company, make sure kamu fikir habis-habis kami tak mahu kamu bekerja seminggu lepas tu, madam, saya rasa saya tak sesuai lah dengan company ni, saya nak berhenti. Kami tak layan ya benda-benda tu semua. Okay, so bila kamu dah dapat kerja, there will be an offer letter juga. Offer letter tu pun kamu kena upload nanti. So BLI 02 kamu kena upload, offer letter kena upload, BLI 03 pun kena upload. Yang ini bila kamu dah start practical, ini adalah confirmation daripada company yang kamu memang datang kepada company diorang untuk buat LI. Ya, ada pelajar, ada case yang tapi sebenarnya dia tak datang pun. So kita tak nak benda ni berlaku. Jadi BLI 03 ni bila kamu dah masuk, kamu kena isi section A tu, nama kamu apa semua. Lepas tu kamu kena serahkan kepada kamu punya industry supervisor. Ya, industry supervisor akan fill in dan dapatkan CHOP atau dan tanda tangan. So yang ini pun kamu kena uploadkan masuk dalam ITEL. Okay? Setakat ni yang itu dulu, Doktor. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Puan Iza. So basically, this is the sample of confirmation as a student from FKI. This one, like Puan Iza mentioned earlier, we need to fill up the spreadsheet. We send it to the FKI office. And then based on the information that you provided, they will issue you a letter like this. To be sent to the company where you plan to do your LI. I think we came to the end of the presentation. Okay. Few things that you need to, I repeat again, few things just to refresh your mind. Your FYP supervisor automatically becomes your LI supervisor. The LI coordinator for Labuan is Puan Iza. This is her contact number. As for KK, is myself, and this is my contact number. Satu lagi I want to emphasize. We have official email for LI. Please do not send us private email. I mean, to our private email address. Do not do that. Any communication, you have to send it to this email address, fcili@ums.edu.my. If we do not get a response, perhaps we overlook. Sorry. If we did not get back to you, you can actually contact us directly. maybe a few days urgent matter or something, you can actually WhatsApp. Cuma when you email, please do not send email to our personal email address. Satu lagi, I think Puan Iza, I need to emphasize on this. We are the coordinator. We are not your supervisors. Unless student under my supervision ataupun Puan Iza punya supervision, that's a different story. Tapi all of you are not most of you are not my students, LI students. So with your supervisor, we do not deal with students, okay? So do not anything, you need to go to your supervisor, academic supervisor for any matters. If your academic supervisor tidak reply, maybe they're busy or whatsoever, after few attempts, only then you contact us. Biasanya kalau ada issue in your LI, you channel this issue to your supervisor dulu, academic supervisor. Your academic supervisor will bring that matter to me, to us as a coordinator. Bukan kamu direct talk to us, no. Please take note of this, right? As for your industry supervisor is the supervisor at the company that you will be undergoing your LI. Okay, this is a very important concern. Administration. Administration is Mr. Azlan Bilgani. He is the one who will be issuing the letter. Issuing letter bukan coordinator yang buat. Kami cuma compile your data. We send it over to FKI office. And then Mr. Azlan Ghani is the one who will be issuing the letter, and he will be emailing you all of the letters, confirmation letter. Do you have any question so far? Okay, like Puan Iza mentioned earlier, you need to enroll yourself in ITEL. Make sure you enroll yourself in ITEL. All of the documents, do not send it to us privately. Upload everything in ITEL. All the forms, offer letters, anything that is related to your LI. Logbook, technical report, semua you have to upload in ITEL. Puan Iza, are you using Google or OneDrive, or ITEL is good for you?
Tidak, bagi saya pakai ITEL. Yang ini dulu Rizal yang guna. Jadi
Okay,
sampai dia
okay.
orang nak backup kan, so that's why kita biar je lah di sini.
So kita ITEL lah semua, okay.
Ya, untuk
So
kita
kita ITEL, Labuan also ITEL. Make sure that you are updated from time to time. In KKMIA, we have a WhatsApp group. Make sure that everybody's in. Apa-apa update, I will let you know, and then you can upload in ITEL. I think this is all from us, LI coordinator. Do you have any question? Anything you want to add, Puan Iza?
Saya tak ada soalan. Tak tahulah kalau student ada soalan. BLI, sekejap ada soalan ni doktor. BLI 01 needs to be approved by supervisor then submitted to coordinator. No. Okay. BLI 01 ni adalah kamu sebagai macam mana ya orang kata buku rekod kamu lah. Okay. So kamu boleh keep track. Kamu isi tu supervisor dah approve, then you boleh terus approach the company. Okay, syarat dia surat tu dah kena ada. Okay, surat daripada fakulti. So you all jangan panik-panik lagi. Alright, nanti bila surat tu dah kena bagi dekat kamu, then kamu boleh approach all these companies, barulah kamu bagi tahulah yang kamu intern lah whatsoever. Okay. Yang itu BLI 01 tak payah submit. Itu hanya sebagai kamu punya simpanan sahaja. Okay. May I know what is the course code at the ITEL. Okay, yang ini course code ni semua KK lain, Labuan lain. Dan dia berbeza mengikut program. Okay, so kalau Labuan untuk pelajar multimedia adalah IM 42612. Kalau untuk business computing IE 42612. Dia belakang dia 42612. I think KK pun sama kan doktor? 42612.
44212 ya.
Oh, okey, salah. 44612. Okey, KK punya nanti kamu cek dengan koordinator kamu. Okey, tapi dia berbeza ikut kamu punya program. Okay. What will happen if the student doesn't get the offer letter from the company during the specific duration? Kamu kena chase lah. Macam mana kamu nak dapat, kamu nak pergi kerja? That is actually you punya proof yang kamu diterima oleh syarikat tersebut. Tak ada surat offer letter tu, tak ada offer letter, macam mana kamu nak kata, oh saya diterima untuk buat LI? Okay, itu proof kamu. Okay. Lagi? Sekejap doktor.
Oh, itu about, I think about me, right? Will happen is to, okay. Actually spreadsheet tu kita akan share with you. You just need to fill up certain information. For example, your name, matrix number, etc. You just need to fill up saja.
Yang itu dalam spreadsheet tu sebab kita memerlukan maklumat terkini kamu supaya Encik Azlan boleh preparekan surat-surat tersebut. Okey, antara maklumat yang diperlukan adalah nama kamu, nombor bateri, IC number dan kamu berada dalam program apa. Itu je. Okey. So yang itu nanti selepas stok ni baru Dr. Khalifa dan kami akan prepare spreadsheet tu. So kamu chill, jangan panik-panik sangat. Okay, long way to go, sabar dulu. Okay, jika company minta mula intern at the start of March, boleh. Sebenarnya kami tak ada isu kan doktor? Kamu nak mulakan awal, tak ada masalah. Kamu asalkan habis 24 minggu. Yang ada masalah ni adalah kalau kamu mula lambat. Okay, kalau kamu mula lambat, benda tu sebab dia kena complete 24 minggu and then plus minus another about approximately 3 to 4 weeks untuk pemarkahan dari pihak industri dan supervisor kamu. Lepas tu kami pula kena compile semua markah-markah, ya. Yang itu pun ambil masa juga and kami kena kejar untuk mesyuarat Senate. Okey, jadi isu dia akan timbul kalau kamu start lambat. Bila kamu start lambat, maknanya kamu habis 24 minggu tu lambat. Jadi dikuatiri yang kamu tak boleh grad. Kalau start awal tak ada masalah. Start lambat yang ada masalah. Okay. For international student, can I apply abroad? Yeah. We have no problem with that. As long as we need all the details and that benda ni kan bila kamu start buat practical with the company, whatever agreement between you and the company kami tak campur tau. Itu antara kamu dengan sebagai pelajar sahaja. Tetapi apa decision yang contoh company kata kami tidak ambil cuti. Katalah macam cuti Wesak Cuti Wesak ada company sorry bukan Wesak, Nuzul Al-Quran. Okay, ada company dia ambil cuti Nuzul Al-Quran. Ada company dia tak ambil. Okay, lepas tu kamu marah-marah, kamu kata, oh, kenapa ni saya tak pergi, I mean, why can't I take a leave on Nuzul Al-Quran? It's a public holiday. Well, bukan semua company obligated ya. Yang tu kamu kena check dengan the industry itself. Kami tak campur. Okay, Nora Fauzi, if you want to apply abroad, yes, you can. Okay, go through with it thoroughly lah. Okay. Must LI for 6 months. If the company offer for 3 months, is this valid? No. Tak valid kan, doktor? Kena complete 24 weeks. Kurang 24 minggu, kamu tidak layak bergraduat.
Yes, it is 24 weeks. Tak boleh kurang daripada 24 weeks.
Doktor, can you share the company list? Nanti bagi selesai talk ni, I think Dr. Khalifa will share yang list yang doktor ada. I have question. If student fail in elective course in first sem and then taking another elective course, which is different from the first sem elective and passed it, does it meet? Doktor nak jawab kah soalan?
This one I have to double check with the faculty. But this is a PPIP and elective. All right. I need to double check on this. Yeah.
Kalau yang saya faham lah, mungkin yang saya faham, kalau benda tu total, walaupun kamu gagal, lepas tu kamu ambil subjek lain, lepas tu lulus, dan jumlah keseluruhan credit hours tu memenuhi yang diperlukan, ya, minimum tu memenuhi, dan kamu boleh pergi. Tapi macam Dr. Khalifa kata, Dr. Khalifa akan check dulu. Okay? Sebab yang ni berkenaan dengan pass fail ni, kita kena confirm dengan TDA dululah. Can Malaysian student intern abroad? Kamu nak pergi mana? Kita ada student pergi buat praktikal di Singapura. Tak ada masalah. Okay, tetapi apa-apa semua itu adalah di antara kamu dengan company. Maknanya, when you sign for it, you are aware. Ya, macam ada student Labuan, bila dia sebelum dia terima, dia orang bagi tahu, okay, you are going to be based in Singapore. Okay, and macam mana the company bagi tahu, okay, you punya flight, accommodation semua dia orang tanggung. So the student was happy, company happy, kita tak campur. Okay, so tak ada masalah, tapi fikir habis-habis lah. Okay, habis dah soalan dekat chat. Ada lagi soalan?
Cuma, I want to add something important. This issue happened last semester. 2-3 students, right? Tolong, when you pick a company, right, make sure dia punya distance from your place, your living area, ataupun convenient. For example, last semester we have a couple of students from Sabah. They went to West Malaysia, but they end up requesting to relocate balik kepada Sabah dan Sarawak because they feel the expenses is too high, they cannot cope, homesick lah, macam-macam lah. We do not entertain, like I said, we do not entertain such requests because the company that you pick, you are the one who picked the company. So before you do any decision, ensure that you take all this into account, please. Kalau rasa you cannot go far away from your ano, do not do that. Maybe you have some financial constraint. Make sure you take all that into account. Only then you decide where you want to do your LI. Satu lagi, I think Poniza have mentioned. I just want to re-emphasize. When you pick a company, right, you need to fully comply with their rules and regulation. I believe each company have their own set of rules and regulation from the HR that you need to comply Means the moment you are engaged with the moment you have started your LI, you are still UMS student. However, you need to fully comply with current company punya terms and conditions ataupun rules and regulation from the HR. For example, cuti. Why I need to re-emphasize about cuti sebab we got a couple of students each semester, LI semester, ada student tanya, oh I'm from Sabah and I want to go back, for example, for Sabah punya cuti lah, but the company does not give. By right, that company is not UMS, right? That company is not UMS. So whatever cuti kan, I think puan there is an akta kan, akta cuti-cuti yang perlu diambil. Yeah, I think there is a list of cuti yang compulsory company ambil. Ada certain cuti yang the company can freely choose to take or not to take. Maksudnya to give dia punya staff cuti ataupun tidak. It's up to the company. Another thing, when you choose your company, choose it wisely. Macam allowance. If the company choose not to give you allowance, it's up to them. Kita sebagai coordinator ataupun FKI, we cannot push any company to give you allowance. This is why sebelum you accept the offer, you need to ask about allowance, what kind of allowance they give, how much is it, per baloi, you go for that company or not, things like that. Any more questions? Because I think we have spent almost. Yeah.
Ada satu soalan ni doktor, dia kata, sorry doktor, boleh tanya nanti akan upload BLI dekat item mana? Okay, Fung Zihan, baik, like I said, you all jangan, saya tahu you all excited, okay, saya tahu, tapi chill sekejap. Baik, bila benda ni akan berlaku bila kamu dah daftar pada semester kedua. Okay, so you all masuk dalam WhatsApp group masing-masing kan. Jadi bila kamu dah masuk dah nak start intern, waktu tu kan kamu kena daftar kursus. Ya, bila nak masuk semester kedua kamu kan kena daftar kursus. Bila kamu dah daftar kursus, baru ITEL tu universiti akan buka kepada kursus-kursus yang terlibat. Pada ketika itulah baru kamu boleh upload semua dokumen. Okay, maknanya cerita ni berlaku, upload dekat ITEL ni, cerita ni berlaku bila we are in the second semester of 2024-25. Okay?
Doctor, actually I want to ask that, is this not the BRI form we need to send to our supervisor to prove that the company is accept for our uni? I'm asking the BIL form for that.
Oh, so you want the BLI form?
Like to prove that this you may accept this company for intern, that form. Yeah.
Macam mana? Sebab kalau di Labuan, BLI form tu saya sekarang sebab kita tak ada tempat, kita tak ada platform lain, kita tak ada ITEL, so saya share di dalam WhatsApp. Saya rasa Dr. Khalifa pun akan share BLI 01 tu di dalam WhatsApp for now. Okay? Nanti bila kamu dah isi form tu, baru BLI 01 tak perlu upload. Bila kamu dah start semester baru kamu upload. Nak dapat mana form tersebut, nanti koordinator akan bagi kepada kamu. Kamu boleh download daripada situ.
Yang tadi tanya punya send itu sebab mesti confirm dulu ni UMS accept this company or not. Yang tu form macam mana?
Oh, itulah BLI 01. BLI dalam BLI 01 dia ada list of 20 companies yang kamu cari tu maximum. Okay? Fung, saya ulang ya. Bila kamu dah cari, dah list down all these 20 companies, okay, then you have to go and see your academic supervisor. Okay, bring the form with you.
Tanya supervisor.
Bring the form with you to your supervisor with your results, your previous results. So, your supervisor akan counter check dahulu. Bila dah dapat thumbs up daripada academic supervisor, then only you approach all these companies that you listed.
Tanya dulu saya boleh apply intern dengan company ke? Dia cakap semua boleh, so saya perlu share itu resume dengan cover letter macam ni.
Ya,
Ya.
kamu kena dapat kelulusan daripada academic supervisor dahulu.
Okey, faham. Okey, terima kasih.
Okay, sama. What to do if student got terminated by the company before finishing the 24 weeks internship? Then you have to find another company. You have to find another company in order to complete your 24 weeks. Okay. Regarding this, kita ada satu company. Company ni di KL. Saya lupa lah doktor nama company ni. Company ni dia panggil pelajar-pelajar untuk buat internship. Okay, tetapi kaedah dia is that dia bagi probation a few weeks. Now after if they are not happy is I think it's a Japanese company kalau tak silap lah. If they are not happy, then they will terminate you. Okay, so there was once this student being terminated, our student being terminated. So dia kena cari company lain. Dia sempat dengan company pertama tu I think around 3 weeks ke 4 weeks sahaja. So dia kena cari company lain dan dia kena completekan another 20 weeks dengan company yang baru. Kita kalau boleh kita tak nak lah go through that route. Okay, Hafiz tak nak lah company terminate. Okay, and kamu pergi kat sana always remember kamu tu timun. Kamu bukan durian. So you go there, you learn, be humble, then you'll be fine. Okay, I do receive a few complaints regarding bukan pasal student tak boleh complete the task, but I do receive a few complaints. So, ingat kamu bila kamu buat internship, walaupun kamu hanya berdaftar dengan UMS, kamu bawa nama UMS, job UMS tu ada pada kamu. So kita tak nak nanti diorang kata oh student UMS ni they have attitude problem. We don't want that. Okay? Saya rasa tak ada dah soalan. Kalau let's say selepas ni kamu ada soalan-soalan lagi, the first person yang kamu kena tanya adalah kamu punya academic supervisor lah. Tanya dengan diorang pun aware, diorang tahu. Berpengalaman juga. So kamu tanya dengan diorang dulu. Kalau tak boleh settle juga tu, baru dengan we all. Why are you being so pessimistic? If listed 20 company in the BLI form, they don't accept me, need to redo again the list. Takkanlah 20-20 tak terima kamu. There must be,
Right.
ya, mesti ada yang terima kamu tu. Jangan risau. Okay, ada tu. Oh, by the way, I use this opportunity lah untuk ingatkan you all nanti pada 22 November kita akan ada talk dengan Hilti ya. Hilti ni kita ada collaboration dengan diorang ya. So last semester kalau tak silap saya kita ada 6 orang pergi Hilti. Hilti kamu selalunya diorang bagi accommodation lah tapi that is in KL lah. Okay. Macam Dr. Khalifah kata, kalau kamu do the calculation, the maths, if you think that you can't cope, then don't go. Kalau kamu memang berasal di KL atau Semenanjung, then maybe okay. Kalau Sabah, Sarawak, boleh, tak ada masalah. Tapi jiwa kena kental. Okay? Saya rasa yang tu saja kot, Dr. Khalifah.
Thank you, Puan. I don't have much things to add on. I think everything is clear, unless you have questions, like Puan Liza mentioned. Cuba you reach out to your academic supervisors sebelum reach out to us. Trust me, we won't be able, even we try our best to provide you with answers, kita tidak akan dapat because you are quite big number. This is why we assign academic supervisor to entertain your questions. I think let me double check on PLI 01. I just share it. It's all right. Let me have a look on it balik. I will amend accordingly. Nur Fauzi, yeah, I will double check the PLI 01 and get back to you. Any more questions from the students? Poniza, is there anything you want to add on, or we are good to go?
I think we're good to go. Okay.
All right.
So, okay lah, Doctor. Thanks for
Boleh lah.
today.
Thank you, Puan, for today, and thank you to everyone. Have a fantastic weekend. Jangan stress, all right? This is just yeah.
Pelajar
Still
Labuan
have
boleh
few
duluan
months.
pergi Tamu Gadang.
Oh, ada tamu gadang kat sana?
Ya, FKI Open Day, Tamu Gadang, pergilah kamu.
Oh, yeah, it's good. It's good. Then I think the time is just nice. Mau lunch sudah kan? Almost lunch. Alright.
Okay.
So,
Bye for now.
all right. Take care. Bye. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Okay, bye.